No, I'm not going to say anything bad about you, no way. I mean, in the beginning, when I think Debbie suggested it about me and Noah working on our own together, I was like, whoa, what we're going to do kind of thing. Like, it was scary.
Oh, we're fine.
And then the first day, everything clicked, didn't it? We were like, okay. It was just communicating with each other. I knew what to do, Noah knew.
There's someone there.
Should I go or you? Oh, go. So me and Noah run the shop on our own on a Saturday. It's a lot of work, but it's good. It's good work.
We make quite a great team because we kind of like feed off each other. Well, and this place is still standing, so you know.
We just sort of wing it, but in a good way, kind of wing it. But yeah, we seem to be running it pretty well. I'd like to think we are anyway.
So I come in, I would normally just like check if anything that needs my immediate attention, do the tills rundown, serving customers, making the coffee, making the food, the cookies.
Coming in, unlocking the shop, turning off the alarm, turning on the coffee machine, oven, the microwave, the panini press, and then welcoming customers. It's a big job, but you do get used to it. We weren't close in school though, were we? It's really weird. And obviously since we started here, we're like best friends.
Yeah.
Communication's a massive one. Communicating with the public. Because you've got to be very bubbly and confident, and for me and my anxiety, it is difficult, but having Noah with me has helped massively. When I find myself stuck with a customer there, I panic and I'm like, okay, calm down, let's go find Noah. And then Noah will come and then he'd either talk to the customer or help me with the till. But yeah, like I help him and he helps me.
Quite nervous to begin with, but as time went on, I've kind of come to grips with this place and how everything runs, and I'm pretty confident in certain areas. Working with your best friend is obviously better than working with your boss.
Sorry, Joel.
Sorry.
So I did my BTEC work skills, so my level 2, and it's like getting into like a workplace environment and things like that. So originally it was childcare, and then yeah, I ended up here, and then loved it ever since.
I did work experience here, but never full-time work, and then I got apprenticeship place, and I finished in September this year, so I'm not sure what my future plans are.
I was at the Royal School in the nursery there, but I'm bank staff, and obviously COVID hit and everything, I haven't been in. So I'm hoping one day I can get that up and running again, because that is where I would like to be, really.
Best qualities, well, for one, she can actually make scrambled eggs, while I just go off just watching her doing it.
Noah does make good coffee. Does make good coffee.
It's just like the communication is good, the teamwork is good. Every time it's just like laughs, giggles, everything. I think confidence is a big thing, because you're serving customers, so you can't just be all like shy and quiet. You actually have to say to them, what would you like? Is there anything else you would like? I think when I came here, I didn't know what to do. But now I've spent like a year and a bit here, I kind of know what to do. Like I come in, I would either do the coffees or go into the kitchen doing like bits and bobs. I've started restocking the shelves, which is a task I didn't do before. So I've started learning how to, that if you did do something like this, it's quite like social. It's a very social place to be. You're constantly on your feet. Well, except I am. You're constantly like talking to people, constantly learning. This place is it's a very like controlled environment. Like where we are, it isn't like a mad rush every single like day. There's no, what I've found in my year of being here, there is not one day which is the same. But I find it quite like calming. Like I find out, oh, this is a place that I can go where I can like not like be myself sort of. But all in all, it's quite a nice place to be because the majority of the people that come here know what this is about, know that this is a social enterprise, know that this is connected to pathways. People like know, oh, this isn't like Starbucks. Or, well, what this has done is it changed the sort of like outlook on like how I see myself going forward, and also it's opened quite a lot of options and the doors, so I can be like, oh, I can do this, or I can do this.
I never make a plan, and I never sit down and make a plan and say this is what I'm going to do. I just do it, and sometimes that the best art is from just doing it. Gilwhite's in Selborne. It was ran there from the end of September to the end of November. The artwork was re-exhibited at the Cookie Bar. But yeah, they went very well. I remember being at Stepping Stones, loving art, knew that art was what I wanted to do, but honestly, at that time, couldn't have dreamed I would have went through the whole of uni learning art. In fact, I can now proudly sit up and say I am an artist. I wouldn't have believed that. I had surgery quite a long time ago now. I had a hemistrectomy. I think there's probably a little bit of the fact that we had discovered art so close to having it. I think it was always kind of connected. I don't want to be known as that disabled artist, but I still use that themes in my work, and if that teaches someone, that's brilliant. I think disabled people can see things differently from everyone else, and art is about capturing those differences, and every artist is different. Art welcomes disability because it's individual, unique perspectives, and that's where art thrives.
Cool. I've been in Brighton for 8 months, which is where we are now, hence the C. I'm at Sussex University doing psychology. I think finding out things about myself and other people was what sort of drew me towards psychology. I've always been a very deep thinker, even literally when I was as young as I can remember. I always thought differently. Before I got very bad in 2012, I was definitely going to go to uni. But after that, I didn't really think that far ahead in the future. There was a point where I thought, I'm not ready for uni and I probably will never be able to go. I joined Stepping Stones in 2013, and then going to school was great, rehabilitating myself around kind people. Yeah. It was nice to see that other people also had difficulties. I wasn't the only one growing up with struggles. What really, really helped me was working at the school. And one of the things that has been great working there is you watch students do a near 180 change. But we can do so much more in life if we break things down into smaller chunks. The way we learn anything is by doing a little bit and then retreating and then doing a little bit more. No one goes from 0 to 100 to start off with. If you think that something's too far away, then break it down smaller. And if you think it's too small, nothing's too small as long as you're taking a little step forward. It's all about taking those steps. There's always time. Hay siempre tiempo.
Spanish?
Spanish?
Spanish. Tell me what you're doing in a couple months.
I'm going to au pair in Mallorca for 2 months.
Hello. Hola.
Hola. We're in Mallorca, in a place called Palenza. I look after 2 8-year-old twins. They're on my own, here on my own, yeah. In España. Aprendiendo español. Big step, yeah. All right, Joe.
Good to see you.
Adios. Nos vemos. Bye-bye.
I was born in Paris. My aunt was of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. It was a big nuclear explosion in Chernobyl, and if the parents, came in contact with any of the radiation, then their children would be affected. 2.5 years old, I was adopted to England. But yeah, I went to mainstream primary school to begin with, and then I went to Stepping Stones after that. When I was at Stepping Stones, I never thought I'd be where I was now. But here I am in a place of my own with an amazing fiance, 3 birds. But no, growing up in a special needs school, you're surrounded by people who are like you, disabled people. It was just so nice to have that reassurance and feeling normal. Obviously, I went to Alton College after Stepping Stones. It's, big college really, especially compared to Stepping Stones because it's so small and intimate. I did struggle, and it's okay to say that, you know, you can struggle. Working at Screwfix, I found my confidence again. I applied for Screwfix, I went for the interview, and obviously I was a bit hesitant because, I thought they're not going to want to hire someone like me. Just tell us what you can do, what you can't do. There was like literally nothing I couldn't do really. I met Ben at work, and he was just so kind. He was like, "Oh hi, how are you? You're here for your interview?" Just normal with me, and I just wasn't expecting that. I've just gotten to the point where I don't see it. No one in my life sees it, so it just doesn't matter because he treated me like everyone else. It's just so nice to have that normal life. We've got a place. We have friends come over. And it just feels weird to me to, talk about being disabled because I just don't feel like that. Just get on with life and that's it. Some people, they'll take like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, but it's those steps forwards that you need to focus on. It's not the step back that you need to think about. It's those forward steps, and that's what you've got to focus on,
Yeah.
Welcome to my humble abode. It started at the beginning of the pandemic actually. I just felt like quite boxed in. I needed my own space and I just wanted to get, on with my life. I've really come into my own since moving out. I've got a better quality of life, like I'm going out more, I'm doing my own thing. With the epilepsy, I have to be very careful about not missing my medication doses. Obviously I have to go and pick up my prescription by myself now. I do see it as a big step, yeah. Before Stepping Stones I felt like I wasn't going to achieve very much because being in a mainstream school before Stepping Stones, they didn't really pay much attention to students with special needs. To be honest, it made it possible for me to, kind of like spread my wings in a way. A house is one thing that Stepping Stones made possible for me because I realised that I could do things by myself. Before I came to Stepping Stones, I really wasn't confident. But now I'm more confident and I'm loving my life now. So I went to Chichester College, which is one of the best in the country. Actually, not to brag, but yeah. For one thing, before I went to New York with college, I didn't think I'd be able to travel by myself. And then look at me now, I went to California in March. I don't feel negative about my disability anymore. Stepping Stones really helped me to see it in a positive light, so I'm working for Chichester College. I am a marketing consultant, and it's great that I've got a job that I enjoy, so. Disability rights, that's something I feel strongly about, something I stand for. I've been out campaigning. Change is happening. I really am passionate about it, yeah. Don't let anyone, tell you what to be and what not to be. Just use your voice, stand up for yourself. Show people what you can do as a person. If we come together as a group, we'll definitely be able to do it. Okay, that's...
Yeah, it's like going in, it's going in.
It's going in, yeah.
If we can influence the next generation to think differently about social injustices, we can begin to affect systematic change in our society. We believe this journey begins by caring about those least privileged, and this starts with the basics of food and a place to call home for those most disadvantaged. We back Habitat for Humanity's microfinance scheme in Uganda. We have also contributed significantly to the slum rehabilitation project in Ethiopia. And since our partnership began in 2008, COINS employees have joined Habitat builds in Haiti, Malawi, India, Albany, Romania and Honduras. We also have a partnership with Comfort Systems USA and the Houston Food Bank. Education is fundamental. We have supported the building of 6 high-quality and affordable secondary schools in Uganda and Zambia for over 14,000 students with our partner Peas. We have also funded solar power installations in a further 6 sites for sustainable power supply and enterprise initiatives. Since opening in 2004 with just 3 students, Stepping Stones School in Surrey now teaches over 80 students with mild to moderate learning needs. The Dubai-based Widad Centre is transitioning students successfully back into mainstream settings. In 2019, we set up a new scheme to support the surprising number of young people with special educational needs and disabilities who have disengaged or disappeared from the educational system. We work with Surrey-based Challengers who provide inclusive play schemes for disabled children and young adults. We recognise that sport is a key part of the healthy development of young people. Adaptive sports enterprises also benefit from our support. Gaining employability skills is key to enjoying a better quality of life. Our own Cookie Bar Cafe offers young people with social and physical disabilities the opportunity to gain invaluable work experience. We also back Project Search, a global programme focused on delivering the best employment outcomes for SEN students. The Foundation presents at universities around the world, with the ambition to influence the next generation of entrepreneurs and business people to think differently about poverty and injustice. We are partnered with Australia-based social justice scheme Big Heart, who create art to shed light on invisible injustice stories. Like them, we believe in the power of combining audio-visual arts with social change. So, we set up Sundial Creative Labs. Our social enterprise production company, Freebird Film, reinvests its profits from commercial video projects into making social justice films for NGOs and charities. The Coins Grand Challenge is a global competition that uncovers and celebrates students, innovators, and entrepreneurs with ideas for improving the built environment. Whether by partnering with or investing in effective NGOs and sustainable social enterprises, establishing our own, or simply by sharing our stories, the Coins Foundation continues to use the power of business as a force for good and to influence social change.